Derek B., editor of the Peru Tribune, back with you today for another edition of Tomorrow's News, our daily video series in which I tell you a little bit about what to expect in the next day's newspaper. Today's Thursday, February 27th, 2014, so I'll be telling you what you can read in the Friday, February 28th edition of the Tribune in print, or online now at perutribune.com. On our lead story, Chad Abshire has a report from Miami Circuit Court where he was Thursday. Carl Wickstrom of Peru is set to plead guilty to child molestation in a couple of weeks now. This stems from a case that spanned from 2010 to 2012 in which Wickstrom was allegedly involved with two underage girls. Certainly glad to see that one wrapped up in the court system, and looking forward to finding out what his sentence ends up being. On our display story, I went out last night to the Peru Community Schools Choral Festival. They had performances from Blair Point, Peru Junior High, Peru High School, and the IUK Crescendos and Diminuendos choirs. It's a great event, a lot of great music, great singers, and a chance for the young kids to see what they might someday do. I really hope that you guys keep up with those choirs. IUK is going to be back in May to do the producers here, and the other choirs are constantly having performances here in Peru. Jason Gornto, who's the director of the choir at Peru High, said they've set a high standard for the music programs here, and I agree. Also Wednesday night, the Mechaniqua School Board met, and Eric Stock has a report for us on Chad Carlson succeeding Dave Noonan as the principal of Mechaniqua High School this summer. Really exciting news for them. I've worked with Mr. Carlson a little bit on their Life After High School event, so I'm really glad to see somebody who is clearly so invested in post-secondary education taking that post. Glad to see sorry to see Mr. Noonan go, but glad to see that he's going to retire on his own terms, and that he's had a very illustrious career, which we hope to look back on more in detail at another point. Finally, on A1, Chad Abshire, who I already introduced once, went to the Peru Utility Board meeting on Wednesday. Busy Wednesday for us. He found out there that there's a possibility that Peru wastewater rates are going to go down again. That's not going to make up for the rate increase in October, but it's the second time they've lowered that rate since then as they've adjusted their finances. So any news is good news as far as lower rates are concerned there for the utility. On the sports page, we had three stories. First from Chuck Landis over at the Marion Chronicle Tribune, a look back at the Oak Hill wrestling season. They had one student, Owen Perkins, a freshman, qualify for state, and look to be back strong next year. Our lead on the sports page is North Miami Boys versus Wabash, where Nick Roby was Wednesday night. It was a long night for the Warriors, who finished the regular season, and now look forward to playing Oak Hill in the sectional. Finally, we have a report from Nick in conjunction with Justin Shockey over at the Huntington Herald Press. North Miami grad Greg Miller played a big part in Grace College upsetting Huntington in the Crossroads League postseason, and they will play again soon to continue that run. As always, you can find all those stories in tomorrow's print edition of the Peru Tribune. You can find them online now at perutribune.com, and you can find links to them now on our Facebook and Twitter pages, which are both Peru Tribune. Finally, you can find me and all of our reporters on Twitter. Until tomorrow, that's tomorrow's news. I'm Derek B. Have a great Friday.